Welcome back, guys, to the Vibes and Vibes podcast. And as usual, we got
Teeder,
Taiwo. Yes, and we are talking about how, it's a discussion basically, so we might not agree, obviously, but hopefully we do to some extent. We are talking about our top 5 albums, Afrobeats albums of 2024. Okay, like I said, it's a discussion, and we're going to start from number 5 to number 1. I don't yet know exactly how we're going to collaborate or how we're going to match. But let's see how it goes. It's a freestyle in a way. So we have a couple albums that we have on our head, obviously, and we're going to mention start from number 5, all the way to number 1, right? So yeah, I think we're going to just be going around like this, like this. So
it's tough, bro.
It's tough. No, it's a very difficult conversation, but we just have to just say something like, and in no order. Like, let me just let you know, most likely, the 5 albums are going to be very similar. What we might conflict on is the order. We might have differences in the order, but I feel we're going to mention most of the similar albums in the list. So regardless of the order, I don't think that's the most important thing. It's just as long as they made the list.
Yes.
You get my point. So it's preference at the end of the day. So what would be your number 5 album of the year?
My number 5 might be
Does it include EP? I think we should include EPs. Let's include EPs. Let's just say projects. Let's say projects. It should include EPs.
Fuck.
It's difficult.
It is a difficult one.
Victoni. Yeah.
And number 5?
Yes, number 5.
Yeah. Okay. What's the name of the album again? Is it Stubborn?
Stubborn. Yeah.
So why do you feel? What's your pull on the album?
Yes, because that album, first off, it's not the regular Victoni sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously shows his progression in his career.
Yeah.
Because obviously we know the regular Victoni sound, and then obviously Spain game peak.
Definitely, he had good
You get
on
his
that.
Spain game peak.
Yeah.
The branding of the album
Yeah.
was very, very detailed. And then he had songs too, that hits.
Yeah.
Funny how one of the most underrated song is Stubborn with Ashake.
Yeah. Feature. It was a really dope
You hear that song everywhere. You see it, you get
Yeah.
so. But then just the quality of the music in that album,
Definitely.
you get, and then you know that this is not just about writing songs. You need to actually experience the whole process.
Definitely.
Feed into the nation, into life itself to make that kind of album. That's right.
Any cons?
Cons. As much as I like some songs, there is. I didn't see a need to feature Charlie Poppy on that album.
Why not?
What?
He said he didn't say anything.
I know. I heard that.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just the whole branding of the album. You get. I didn't see any feature Charlie Poppy on that album, and then you could tell. The album almost gave like a Mariah vibe.
Okay.
You get, so you will not see like after Ashake, because the only reason why Ashake would even put Ashake on that Mariah's album is because Ashake too had to change the sound.
Yeah.
You get, Drissky will not feature the Ashake from Awe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like it's just key on maintaining the quality of the album.
Yeah,
that makes I get. And there was also that conversation I had to deal with him. Obviously, he's evolving in sound, but like him being a suspect of stealing Normali's sound. We will know next year.
But I hope he's not.
I hope he's not, but we will know.
If he did, I can see why.
Yes.
But I hope he's not.
Yeah, it's good. I will put Victoni as part of my top 10.
We have to go top 5.
No, I know. I'm just mentioning like it's my top 10. That's how good the album was. It would have been top 5, not of the albums, based on my opinion. So I think number 5 for me will be Young John, Jiggy Forever. So
I mean, you're mad.
He shocked you.
I mean, you're mad.
He shouted. He has not been my number 5, but let's.
He shocked you.
I mean, you're mad.
On. So,
opinion.
So
I know
No.
So I mean, you're mad.
The album makes sense. I know it might be your number 1, but bro, my number.
What?
So obviously,
some people don't make their list.
Obviously, see. No, not off here. Obviously, the post. Every single song, almost every single song was hit. I promise you. Every Young John outdid himself. Like, just when you think he could not come up with more bangers and more singles, he did.
Yeah.
So I definitely have to give. Trust me, like it is a very tough year. A lot of projects were released this year.
Yeah.
Like I had to squeeze this. I got to say, okay, which should I select? To be honest, my numbers 5 and number 6 was between this and what was his name, Buju and Ruga EP. Like,
To be honest,
see, you get my point. You
Now,
understand? So because
It's
it's project we're talking about, not just albums and
Yeah.
EP. So there was a very that one is number 6. It was fighting with this one, number 5, number 6. Or should it come over?
Yeah.
But I just said, okay, this definitely have to be number 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think there's any con. I think maybe the con will be too much hits and not like having a proper album structure. I'm serious. No, for real. No, for real. Like, for real. A project should be cohesive. Like, it should have like, this one was not bangers about. It's even though it still had the cohesive, but like, it was so much. Like, to be honest, it's so much. I feel if I was Young John, I would have split it. Let me put bangers in this album, and put in the next album. The rest try to make a story. You get my point? Try to put that is not you get, but tells the story. Like, the whole album hits like so. As a hit maker, shout out to Young John.
Yeah,
I feel this guy and he's a producer.
and a producer.
Yes, you can imagine. So he's a very strong number 5. Trust me, he's a strong number 5.
That's nice.
So yeah,
Man, I think I'm going to go with, honestly, this is tough. But I'll go with, my number 5 would be Buju and Ruga.
EP.
Yeah.
That's
Fair, very fair.
Very
Very fair. Every song, jam.
Amazing project. They
I feel they
really
didn't
outdid
promote
themselves. The fact that we didn't even think that both of them would come together and create
couple
hits
songs.
upon hits upon hits, and it's back to back. It's timeless music they made.
Yeah.
You get. I don't even know any con there. Their chemistry just makes sense. In fact, to be honest, I wish they should do like a part 2, like a volume 2.
I wish they would even promote it better. Like do
Yeah,
videos
that's
for
even true.
everything.
Now they-
Yes.
Going back to their single, whatever this thing, but for me, songwriting and everything. I don't really need to say much. Everyone knows. I feel like everyone agrees with the project is dope.
Yeah, any con apart from the fact that they market it.
That would be part of the con, to be honest. The fact that they didn't market it, but based on the project itself, I don't know if there's any con. I'm going to be honest. But it's a dope ass project.
That's good.
You get so
So now
that's
do
the
your
case.
number 4 because we're gonna go like this. So what's the number 4?
Number 4 would be Morayo. That's my number 4.
Whiskey Murray.
You guys foolish actually. I said that you are very foolish. You are very, very, very foolish.
It's my opinion.
You are very, very, very foolish.
Oh my
You are very,
god.
very foolish.
I put Morayo as number 4.
Why?
Oh god.
Why?
Which one is why?
Why?
I see. Just calm down.
Why are you
God.
trolling?
It's not man.
Start with your pro. Let's hear what
Yeah.
let's start with your pros for the
Pro.
album.
Yo.
Song, I won't lie to you, like, my pro on this album is the fact that Whiskey was how like he gave us different vibes. Gave us nice different vibes. Songwriting good, I like the fact that he's dedicated to his mom, the con me I'll give, on this album, the con me I'll give is that it's kind of like it's not, there isn't really that much difference from Whiskey's previous albums in the sense that it's still kind of like what we expect. He hyped it a lot. You saw that in your face, like, let's be honest. He hyped it a lot. And then we got this. It's okay, but it's not up to the hype. Yes, that's my own opinion. It's not up to the hype.
So that's a con, obviously.
Yeah. That's it. Very
You
simple.
are very, very mad.
Yes.
We'll get
What
to
to say the truth now?
I don't want
It's just the truth now.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
Mind you,
Okay.
wait, sorry, because
Yes.
we are giving our own top 5 albums.
Yes.
So your own personal opinion.
Well, yeah,
I'm giving my personal opinion now.
No, in fact,
I've listened to all the albums I'm talking about.
Let's know your 3, 2, and 1. So just finish. Just go like that.
My 3, 2, and 1.
Yes.
No, yet. Let's move. Let's okay. So
Exactly.
my number 4. See, you guys, this is extremely incredibly difficult. You get because it changes. I feel it eventually changes.
Yeah,
so my number 4.
Yeah. Somebody's mad.
So
We both know if
That's
number
saying
4.
if Odogu drug album this year, that's everyone's number
My number
1.
4 will be Lungu Boy.
Lungu.
Asake Lungu Boy is my number 4. Yeah.
Lungu number 4.
Lungu Boy. number
Really?
4. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really?
Yes, really.
Your year have spoiled.
Yes.
Your year
When
has
you
spoiled.
hear the number
Oh,
1 to
God.
3,
Oh
you understand why I said it's
Okay,
number
now,
4.
yeah.
So originally it was my number 3, but I will say the number 3, then you understand why I put it at number 4.
Okay.
Right. So obviously the pros, Ashake, he came with the vibe in terms of
Yes.
he evolved, and that's one of the things that we always talk about. Like, it's good to have a sound, but it's also good to evolve. And he did an incredible job with amazing singles. Collaborations was crazy. He had with Stormzy, yes. He had with Drissky, obviously. He had with who else? He had with Central C.
Yeah.
And Lumida. I hope I pronounced that name well. Lumida, the South American lady. Yeah. So he did a crazy job on the album, right? And he killed it. Cons basically would be obviously with evolving also comes with mistakes or not delivering as good as people know you could.
Exactly.
It comes with
when you
evolving.
overhype,
Yeah,
like I
it comes
said,
not really
you know.
overhyping, but it comes with like he had the opportunity to really stamp himself, and he did to some extent. Not as much as I expected him to do, which I feel his next album is going to do. Right? Some of the songs were very relaxed. Very few
Like
amounts.
someone's project.
If very few listening.
That
But,
you have, okay.
but regardless, he still did a really, really good job in delivering on almost meeting the expectations. So he really focused on evolving on the album and performances rather than obviously the Lambert that people were expecting from the first 2 albums. Right? And if I was going to compare him with the first 2, we know that this comes as a third to his first 2 albums. Again, like I said, it makes sense because he's evolving and it comes at the cost of not delivering as good, but it's going to help his 4th album, I believe. So that's why I put him as number 4. And you will understand why I put him on number 4 when you hear my top 3. But yeah, that's my comment.
My number 4, Lona, Homeless.
That's a dope one. It's right now my top 10. So.
Yeah, number 4, Lona, Homeless. Why? Because of the angle that it came with. It was very, very different. Someone sang about his struggles with a lot of pain in it. You can feel the pain of Lona in his songs. And you can key into it because this is the everyday lifestyle of every regular person.
Yeah.
Also, with the branding of the album, you can feel like the guy is in actual pain.
No, you can't fake it.
Bro,
you cannot.
You can't fake the amount of of pain that you must have been through in life to write songs like that.
Cannot.
You get. Cons of the album. I don't think I have that much cons in it because obviously he's a new artist. I don't expect much from him because it's the first time I'm listening to his music. But as an artist, he's doing a great job. My number
it's next number 3.
yeah, my number 3, Young John.
Oh
yes.
Well, you put it on number 3.
Yes, number 3.
Yeah.
I think my number 3 is Young John. Why? Because I'm very, very keen on making timeless albums, not a bunch of single tracks that But then Young John has managed to make single tracks, like tracks that sound like singles, timeless.
Yeah.
You get, and I think that is I give great appreciation to his voice, because I think his selling point is his voice than the actual sound, and the actual beat itself. Because when you hear his voice, he makes you want to enjoy his music. It's the same thing as Chiki also.
Yeah.
So people that have that like distinctive voice like that, it makes them want to. So that way, and then he's very well aware of this, and then
he knows,
and then he has his formula.
Yeah.
The same way Kizani has his own formula.
Exactly.
So people like this, it is one thing to have a voice, it's another thing to have a formula. And when you have like a voice, a niche, it makes you timeless.
Yeah.
And then Young John has the way he makes hits these days, bro, crazy. Yeah. Cons of that album, it's not the
See, that's why I said, I mentioned that the fact that it's so much, it's like,
bro, it's that album.
No, you get at this point in time, as I've been program for this.
Well, I think maybe because I have an album that year, there is no like very slow, because I would like to see him in other type of like genre.
Exactly.
Yes. So maybe the cons will be not trying like slow R&B like Shokoto. This song Shokoto in his other EP. That one I jammed that song like a bastard. So maybe that's the only cons, because he knows he's obviously like if it's Bass Goes, you give it chop. So he keyed on Bass Goes, which is fine to be honest, because in Nigeria we chop Bass Goes fast.
Very, very well.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's my number 3.
Makes sense. That's dope. So my own number 3 would definitely be Fireboy Isheoluwa. No, not Isheoluwa. That's a single. Adedamola. So that's my number 3. Okay. Yeah. So that was a very cohesive album, right? It's the pros in terms of like he did a very, very good job on continuation. If you look at his series, his catalog, right? We had difficulty finding if he was going to be able to make anything that would match LGT and Laughter's Goosebumps and Tears. And he did it with this Adidamola. It came as, it's a very domestic album in terms of like, he kept the sound local. Right? He wasn't really too keen about international collaborations on the likes. And he over-delivered in that niche sound that he's known for, which is the love sound. Right? Which is that Lover Boy, this thing. He went back to it. And he killed it. Obviously, the one with Labaja, you got it, like with Sheun Kuti. Like, the list is endless. If you listen to that album,
skip.
like, there's no skip, right? So he over-delivered with what he was known for.
Yeah.
He did a good job, and that's definitely the pros. The cons kind of are in direct relations with the pros in terms of it was focused on just that, and there wasn't too much, you know, like bop, not too much thing outside the sound of the, you know, like aim from the love known, like, you know, people would have, like Playboy, you know, he kind of had more bops. Yeah. So maybe he could have had more bops in this album, but again, I think that was the direction. Yes, it was very niche. So that was the only cons I could take from that. But in terms of like the quality of the music and the direction, he over-delivered in that. And I felt that was what gave him number 3 position as opposed to the Lungu Boy for number 4, because it was swapped before, but I had to put it down. But yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
What?
That's not now.
Why are you looking at me?
Number 3.
Number 3 now. Oh, he is.
Yeah, Rema's album. That's my number 3, man.
You are mad.
What is that mad? It's my opinion.
You're very, very mad.
I don't understand.
How can you put
My see, everyone is to their own opinion, and there are people out there that agree with me.
Oh, yeah, no,
I see Rema's album as part of my top 5 this year. You know, Rema came with something different from his regular vibe, bringing out like, you know, the whole Edo mentality and everything. Production, bro, man, creativity, everything dope. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't really see any cons with this album. I don't really see any cons because I love the fact that Rema did things that we never expected from him. He experimented and he did well. The album is amazing.
Number 2. Number 2.
No.
Number 2.
Why are you angry?
You're number 2.
Number 2. Our landlord. Asake.
You are a fool.
You are a fool.
What sense? You are a fool.
In what sense?
You will pick Lungu Boy
Oh my God.
Yes, and he is.
Oh my God. So let's hear your
No,
Let's hear your
Yes, now
I'm sad. Yeah, continue.
But wait, I just want to get something here.
Yeah.
This top 5 that we're doing.
Yeah.
We are not like saying this is better than this now. Is that that's our ranking? Is that
And
our ranking?
in the order in terms of
Because most of the time, wait now, top 5 best albums of the year. Now. So you're just saying
Yeah,
this
based
is
on your
and based on your own opinion, your order.
But yeah, with me, I like that.
spoiled.
Yeah, no, man. You're not any day, anytime. I would rather jump to Lungu Boy than Murayo. I'm being very honest.
Explain why.
Explain why, Bao.
No, just say your pros. Say your pros for Lungu Boys. Yeah.
The vibes, man. The vibes. Asake came with it. We all knew that. Mothered it. I love the features. I'm not gonna lie. The features on the album, I love it. Is how do I put it? The diversity. So like how do I put it? He had different sounds in the album. I like that. We had certain things we have never expected to hear from Asake before. Oh my God, Fuji vibe. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's
Dope album, man. Dope album. There's any con? Like I was saying, to be honest, for me, cons, I'm finding it difficult because these are my top albums. Yeah.
The con is not sweet.
You know it?
The con is not sweet.
You want them to come after you. I know what guys say, bro. You know, these are my honest opinion. Every album I've listed, these are albums that I play when I'm driving, and I don't even think of like, oh my God, I need to change this song. You get that? I need to skip a song. You get? That's my number 2. Bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your number 2.
My number 2 will be Ease by Rema. Right?
Eurobo. Congrats.
So I put his as 3, you put his as number 2.
Yes.
You are fighting with me.
It's because you put Lungu Boy before he is.
You are crazy.
You are mad.
I don't understand. Why can't I put Lungu Boy before he is?
Hey,
You're mad.
I beg, let me see my pro. Let me see my pro. Let me see my pro.
Do your own.
Oh yeah. So Ease, like the first time it came out, I love the distraction. No, I won't use the word distraction it caused, but like the disruption it caused. Right? Obviously, people were like, "What am I going to do with this?" In terms of like the fact that he isn't successful album, Roses and Roses,
Yeah.
right? And people were screaming international, blah blah blah. He came back home and he released a solid, proper Afrobeats album with ease, like
Facts.
from the soil,
Facts.
directly from the
Facts.
soil, right? And it's initially
Facts.
when it came out, I was a bit reluctant in terms of like, what is going on? And that was one of the things that really made that album stand out.
Facts.
It disrupted and it delivered. My initial response, I don't know if you watch back one of the review videos I did, I was kind of a bit of a critic in terms of like, I knew what he wanted to do, but he didn't like reach up to that thing.
Yeah.
Looking back now, he actually did.
Yes.
Because of the impact it's made. Right? We're talking from songs from Macham,
Yes.
Ozeba, to
Yes.
Benin Boys and
Yes.
the likes. He did a very, very good job. He executed it well. Shout out to him. For cons, I think the only con, which again, it goes against the pros, is just because maybe, and I don't think it's really a con to be honest, but if anybody wants to bash it, it would be probably because it wasn't very successful internationally. But like again, that was the point of the album, to be a very, very homegrown album, which is why it was able to do amazing concerts in Benin
Yes.
and the likes,
Yes.
right? So that's why it stands as a solid number 2.
Yes.
Solid number 2. So basically, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. My number 2 is also the same. Rema is why? Because for an artist, you used to have a vision of what you want to make and what you want to achieve with the music that you are putting out. You
No,
get?
yeah.
Rema's intention from the get-go was never about in international markets.
Exactly.
If they want to tap into it, awesome, which some did actually.
Yeah.
You know, but then his goal was to not, you know, for like to give back to the country.
Exactly.
And not make, you know, like waters down Afrobeats
Afrobeat,
music.
yeah.
So he gave us Afrobeats music at the core.
Yeah.
You get, which was really a very good thing to do.
Very.
I was not easy to kill.
Was not.
You get why? Because he could also brand it to be as modern as Playboy Carti and the rest.
Yeah.
You
Where he
get-
got inspiration
yeah.
from for the branding aspect
So
of
the
it.
branding was on point, the
Yeah.
promotion was key, the music was there. You can't jam that album and be bored. You can never be bored with that
No,
album.
never. Go never. It's
Yes,
not never.
if they play it 1,000 times,
Like,
bro, you would never be bored with that
never,
album. Even
never.
though your mood is low, bro, that album would keep you up.
Yeah.
And which is what an artist wants. When your album does what it's supposed to do, that gives you joy.
Yeah.
You get. That's my number 2. Cons are not much, to be honest. To be honest, I don't have any con for the album. Why? Because it's close to perfection.
Yeah.
You get, because you can't go wrong. Like it's like been, I'll have a con if the songs were actually good.
Exactly.
But then the songs were
the
good.
song delivered the
Yeah,
message.
and then
Yeah.
to then deliver songs of that level in that kind of way, bro, it
Production,
takes
bro.
a genius.
As in,
Shout out to
Yes.
the producers
So
too.
all the
Like,
producers on game, everyone was locked and they were
Everyone.
in the zone, ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
That's it. Number 1, Morayo, best I ever made. Best I ever made.
shout.
Best album. What? Like your
Oh, shout. So
Best album
shout.
this year.
Hyping. Anyways,
best album this year. It takes a very, very high level of music taste and music quality. You know, you need to be a lover of music at the very peak to understand what was done in that album. You get, if you understand music and how it works, but not just Afrobeats. If you understand, you know, music as a whole,
Yeah.
you understand that Morayo is a very, very awesome album.
of course.
Why? Because
course.
the sound of the album covers everything. It's very, very hard for you to blend different kind of genres in an album and then it will have a very, very good transition.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
it feel timeless.
Exactly. Yeah.
Most people would rather play it safe and stick to, you know, that's why albums like you know, it has a particular niche that he
Yeah.
really want to take us out from.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a particular vibe that he didn't want to take us out from. But with Morayo, he gave us a bit of everything. From Fuji to R&B to Bedroom, everything was in it. You know, and then he was able to have that smooth transition
Yeah,
to make it
yeah.
timeless.
Yeah.
The features,
Yeah, dude.
the
Yeah.
features, nobody has made a feature as smooth as the ones in Morayo this year. I put it to you. You get,
I love your hype, bro.
in that kind of vibe.
Hype Sima, bro.
Shut up! Nobody has been able to
Nobody.
no, just this year. Are you okay? Nobody has been able to put together that kind of feature. And these are names that
Whiskey needs to credit these guys.
Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up!
These are names that you will not even think. Because if when you expect an album from Wiz, would expect like A-list, artists to obviously be on the album to blend. But no, it took us a different route. We went to France, pick from France. You get a blend of Yoruba and French
A blend of
for a love music. Are you crazy? Bro, this is a genius to blend Yoruba and French together. Make good music. It's amazing.
But let's keep going.
Shout to Yemi yes, she did something like that. So it was a cost.
Are you lost?
Yeah,
Whiskey is the first now. You say Whiskey is the first now to blend very well.
To make good music. It's not good music.
So Whiskey is the first to make good music.
Okay.
What's your con? What's your con?
My con in that album has to be the pen game of the album. Because obviously I've been a fan of
too much Igbo, I understand. I understand.
And I
Hearing too much Igbo now, that's why now. You see, that's why you're going to the pen game as a con, but let's keep
this boy you are foolish. What's it called? As regards the pen game, I understand why Whiskey is not keen on pen game. Why? Because from the beginning of his career as an artist, he has been more vibe led than writing. He has not been a vibe of writing. So being a fan for so long, you can hear lyrics that are recurring from his songs, even from Made in Lagos. But then that's where talent comes in.
Fair enough.
Why? Because even when you listen to lyrics that you've heard before, you can still tap into the song as a new song. You get. I would prefer, Whiskey also tapping into the song, into writing, his songs.
I get it.
And also, I don't think he's the biggest fan of getting people to write for him.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think so. Yeah, except collaborations for the other people, but his own songs.
His own songs.
Not a biased list in any way. Not a biased.
Shut up! But as a project, also another con is the promotion. Yes, there's one thing I don't like that he does, which is not to promote.
So marketing, something similar to the Bujo and
if Murayo had the same quality of promotion as he is, bro.
I mean, okay, fair
bro.
enough.
But that album is a perfection. It's God's sense.
Okay.
And he has blessed us with Whiskey to drop that album to fill our hearts with joy.
Okay.
Makes sense. So for me too, obviously the same number one is Murayo.
You know, bro. You are foolish.
Now let me tell you the reasons why. Let me tell you the reasons why. Like I said, he would have been number one. He would have been number one, no doubt.
No, I swear.
It would have been if the year had fizzled out.
It was this close.
Like if the year had fizzled out without Wiz release, he would have been number one, no doubt. But he said most of what I want to say about the album. One of the major things I would say is the merging different genres and making an album out of it. It's extremely difficult. It's easy to focus on one genre or one particular intention for an album and executing, which is what he did. He focused on going to the ground rules level of making proper Afrobeats without any international whatever it is, proper Afrobeats like from the soil, and he did an amazing job with it, right? With Wiz, it kind of owes the mantle because it's on the forefront, right? So he has to still do that and also do the international at the same time because he has to give the proper gbedu, right? But he still needs to do collaborations to make the sound out there.
Yeah.
And he has done a very good job merging the both of them and still sticking to that vibe. And also still being innovative at the same time. He did everything in Murayo. That's why you see different vibes of Whiskey. The old Whiskey is there. The R&B Whiskey is there. The reggae music is there. The lyrical is there. Every single thing. And he was able to create an album. Look at the beginning of the song. Just Trouble Mind alone should already tell you that this guy is a genius. From using the intro, that single intro had multiple genres.
Yes, it did actually.
Right? And it did it well. It's not easy, and people will eventually know over time. Now it's still kind of like over time next year when you compare it to the albums that will be released, you will then know the proper listing of it. So I'll give that as the pros. And if there's any con, obviously he could have done better with the lyrical game. But then again, Wiz is not. He has what he's looking for. He could do that. He has shown. Look at Pray, the last song on the album. He showed you that. If you want lyric, I can give you. But that's not the intention of it. But I would have preferred more of that. And also again the promotion, which I still feel he has it in the work. He's just slow with it. I feel it's still slow. I think it's still going to be more of next year because he hasn't still even released the video.
Any video for the,
No video of Kesa with song, like no video at all of it. And again, I think Wiz is also an enemy of his own progress. In terms of what I mean by that is, look at someone like Messi too in this field. In terms of no matter how good what he does, his standard is super high, and Wiz is the same. He's done an incredible album, but because of the previous, which is made in Lagos, even now people are appreciating More Love Less Ego now. They are seeing the quality of the album now that a lot of people bashed. So his quality is very high in terms of comparison. People always compare his previous work, and you know.
And he's the best when it comes to production.
Yeah.
The quality of the songs.
Production.
Bro, it's very clean.
One extra
compared to these other niggas.
Exactly. One extra pro I want to add is the cultural impact. Regardless whether you like it or not, the cultural impact of Muayo and what is done to the culture is the most of any album this year. It's facts. True. You will know from next year the impact is made and how it's progressing forward. But yeah, that's why he's number one. Again, like I said, he is a very close number two. I would have selected number two, but this guy had to come with this. So yeah, that's mine.
Okay. My number one, I wanted to see it before I say it. That's my number one. My number one is Adedamola Taiwo album. You can laugh as much as you want.
He didn't know about.
That's my number one.
He didn't
that
know
album,
about.
when it comes to timeless, that's a timeless album. When it comes to vocal, when it comes to songwriting, number one. When it comes to vocals, number one. See, anybody watching this video, they can agree, and even you guys, listening to this guy's album,
yes,
you can't skip any song.
Yeah, definitely.
See, it's not, and when we are talking about a full body of work, everyone knows we know Fireboy now. When it comes to full body of work, it's always like it doesn't miss. If it's true, look, these are the ones like
you miss with Playboy. Are you lost?
Miss with waiting.
With Playboy, you missed now.
Oh, you're talking about the album?
Yes, now. He missed now. Listen, miss. This is what I'm saying.
All of them, you want to mention whiskey now? Mm-hmm. You want to bring whiskey into this?
I'm saying that, yeah. I'm saying
that.
So
what are you trying to say? Why are you trying to say? Let me finish what I'm saying now.
Sorry, not vex. Not vex.
Corn.
It's your flop.
Corn. I don't know, to be honest. There's no corn, bro. It's Fireboy. This album, there's no corn.
There is corn.
There's no corn.
No.
So I kept saying there's no corn. I can't think is it corn. What I'm talking about?
Wait.
What's the corn?
Let me tell you that about doing this album. You see that?
Yeah.
Your ear is
no. You need to wash your ear for this album. Not in your top 5. You need to wash your ear.
Bro, I like Fireboy, yo. You know, this album is my top 10.
Yeah.
The reason why this album
is not your top 5. I'm still
exactly
on your ear.
Let me explain to you now.
It's a loner that you put.
The reason why this album is not in my top what's called my
top 5.
Yeah,
let me know.
Is because first off, Fireboy has dropped albums already.
Okay.
You get. If it is your first album, then I can rate you high. If this was his first album, but you have dropped different albums already,
like
and now you have a standard that we can use to judge you.
Like whiskey,
Yes, now
I'm just saying, but
so now
saying,
you have a standard for us to use to judge you.
Okay.
So now this album is missing as Fireboy has played it safe. You get why? Because I've heard LCG, I've heard Apollo. You get. Playboy didn't work, and the same issue I have is Davido. Playboy didn't work. Why? Because it was your first attempt of going international. Because it has failed, and now because of the fear of going extinct, you now go back to your roots.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Like most of them,
it's the same issue I have with Davido, because you
so
are boxing.
Wait. You are boxing Fireboy and Davido.
Yes.
Same category.
Yes, I am.
Of singing the same thing.
Yes, I am.
Not involving.
Why? Listen.
Interesting.
Davido dropped Son of Mercy.
Yeah.
His first
I
step
don't
as
think
going
you should put
international.
I don't think you should. First
You
of all,
get?
please.
There was
please,
backlash.
Don't box the
I think.
window
So you
and
know what?
Firework.
I
Wait
think.
now.
I think
Wait,
we're gonna have a
wait.
conversation on this
Wait,
particular.
bro, wait.
We will settle. We will settle. We will settle.
I think we have a particular.
Yeah, I know
no,
why.
I like that conversation. That evolving conversation and going back.
Bro,
to
you have to evolve.
I like that.
And that's why I will still raise Ashake's album over his own.
No.
Do you know why?
Because he went
He
to
tried
that.
to evolve.
He went to that.
Even though there was
evolving.
backlash for
Yeah,
Ashake,
yeah. He went
but
to
now
that
yeah,
evolve.
people are now
Because he could have remained in the same vibe.
stick
with
to
the two
it,
albums.
bro.
It would have been
Stick to
extraordinary.
it on your
I get it.
shit.
I get
You
it.
get the issue is not the talent here, because no matter the trash that you drop, bro, we know that you have talent.
Oh, standard.
You get
Oh,
the
standard.
issue is the consistency.
Standard.
If you drop one album that is
I will still go back to you. Said listen to what I'm going to.
Yeah.
But you are saying it here. I did Gamola. This
Yes.
album.
Yes.
Is not in your top 5.
Yes.
This year.
It's not
You are
top 5.
confidently saying that.
Yes,
because
bro.
of this camera.
Yes.
Please come for this guy. I did Fireworks album.
Oh yeah. See, you guys.
This
Def.
album that reminds.
See,
Bro,
standard.
the
Standard.
album is sweet.
It will
No,
be
no, no.
material. See.
Don't get me wrong here. Don't get me
So
wrong.
wait, let's go back to your list. So you're
See.
trying to tell me that guy, what's
Lona.
his name? Homeliness.
Lona,
or whatever.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
Luna.
That album
Yes.
is better than this album.
Yes.
It's a dope album, too, but it's not my top 5.
Fucking hell.
But you guys,
Yes,
you
anyway,
guys,
Sha.
you
Do you know
guys,
why?
you
It's
guys.
his first album.
Yeah.
Who cares
Yeah.
about your
Yeah.
first album?
Yeah.
No one is looking at that.
different
My
point.
only-
different angle.
Nobody is
See,
looking at
it's
your
fine,
first
it's
album.
fine, it's fine.
It's
Hey.
based on-
What has Simon done? What has Simon done on this album that we not heard before? The play.
What are you saying?
My
The
people.
play.
So anyway, so your number 1 is Fireboy Adedamola. Mine is
Yeah.
Mobile and his is Mobile. It's an interesting.
Let us know what you guys
Like,
like about one album.
one,
of 2024 is.
another
Please
thing-
don't be
album.
biased like this motherfucker.
They're mad.
But anyway,
So you guys, I don't think I mentioned the con on Adedamola, but my only con would be the cultural impact. I feel it didn't impact as much as someone is caliber had the opportunity to, like Rema now, for example, what he did with it.
Because we
The
know.
cultural impact. But regardless, right? Regardless, it still entered. So one last thing before any honorable mentions. You don't need to mention pros or cons. Just mention. It can be multiple. Just
now
honorable
probably should
mentions.
GV obviously.
Honorable
Like his album.
mentions. It doesn't have to be one. Just
Okay, mention the album that was not
Yes,
mentioned.
no,
yet.
like it wasn't mentioned, but you know, maybe it's part of the top 10 of.
Mine will be
R&B.
R&B.
Mine will be Young John's album, definitely.
Okay, mine definitely is that one, like any.
No, but you said you're not in your list.
No, no,
Young
Young
John's
John's was on this list.
Wasn't my
Top
top
five.
5. Wasn't my top 5.
It wasn't on the top.
Wasn't my top 5 now.
This boy, you don't have here.
You did
Well,
Chris.
Any other
Anyway,
mentions?
mine is R&B.
Any other honorable mentions apart from it?
Ah.
Just list. It doesn't have to be- Just giving kudos to top albums.
I'll about
Which one?
My honorable mention is
Victory.
Ikigai.
Yeah,
I
Ikigai.
mentioned Victory too. It's a EP, it's not a project album, but I'll definitely.
Ayomaf.
Ayoma,
Yeah,
definitely.
his album, I love it.
I've not Sam's album. I've not really listened to it in
Yeah.
depth, but the songs I've
Even for
heard
last
on
EP
it.
that just dropped.
Ayoma, okay, you mentioned Ayoma already.
Yeah.
I've not listened to Arya Star, but a couple of other things I've listened to makes a lot of sense in terms of really, really good. Homeless too by Luna.
Luna, yeah.
Definitely counts on my top mention too.
Yeah.
Which other is there any other one I would like to mention? Yeah, I think that's it basically. R&B. Shiva, you didn't mention Shiva.
No, that one,
Shali-
that one,
it didn't live up to
yes.
yes, and Shali Poppy too.
This was not
It didn't.
that was not project.
But anyways, yeah, that's our top 5 individually, but definitely all of them together, dope albums.
Let us
Crazy
know.
albums.
Let us know
Let us know what you
top
guys
five,
think.
yeah.
Top 5. Let us
Yeah.
know what you guys think in the comment section. Please do like, share, subscribe. All our links are in the description. So follow on all socials. And I would definitely love to hear. We definitely love to hear your thoughts. So without further ado, we will see you on the next one.